The world of chronic illness would completely change if we would take care of this virus that is making millions of lives miserable. Every day, running from doctor to doctor, don't know what's going on, having normal blood tests, not seeing anything in scans, not seeing anything in neurological tests, in nerve tests. Any test that you're doing, you just don't see it. And people are completely hopeless and completely down, and they don't know what they need to do about this or their conditions because they don't even know what's behind that. And there is a virus nowadays that is so detrimental to our body, that is causing so much havoc, it's wreaking so much havoc. I used to have trouble with that. I used to heal myself from that virus because it was causing me brain fog and fatigue and tinnitus and a huge amount of eye floaters. And it is just insane how nobody talks about this. It doesn't matter if you go in the standard conventional medicine. It doesn't matter if you go to alternative health because they only talk about leaky gut, they only talk about parasites, they only talk about gut cleansing and probiotics. And the more you get in there, the sicker you actually get because nobody's getting better from this kind of stuff because they don't even know what's going on with you. So the virus that I'm talking about is the Epstein-Barr virus. Epstein-Barr virus is by far the virus that is causing the most chronic health issues. It's not parasites, it's not leaky gut, it's not your body attacking you, it's not in your head. There's a physical reason why you have the symptoms that you have. It is a virus, over 60 varieties of Epstein-Barr virus. And these viruses, because there's different varieties, are different aggressive. And depending on what you feed the virus, you can make it more aggressive or you can kill it off. Now, it's actually that easy, but on the other hand, it's not that easy because the viruses not only feed, or Epstein-Barr virus not only feeding on certain foods like eggs, for example. So when you eat an egg, you feed the virus that is causing your brain fog. You feed the virus that is causing your thyroid conditions. You feed the virus that is causing your Hashimoto's, your tinnitus, which is the Epstein-Barr virus. People don't get this. You go out there, doctors say you can't even do anything about anything with diet, and then you go to an alternative doctor and they always say, oh, get your protein, eat your eggs, it's very important. But does it bring you anywhere? Does it get you better? I don't think so. So the problem with EBV, it's not only feeding on these foods, it's also feeding on adrenaline. So the more stress you have, the more you feed the viruses, the more emotional hardships, the more things that are bad emotionally that are going on in your life, even just an accident, even pregnancy, drinking caffeine, is flooding your body with a lot of adrenaline. Everything that is flooding your body with more toxic adrenaline is also feeding the virus. That's why so many people get their first chronic health issues after pregnancy, after an accident, after an injury, after emotional hardships, after a breakup. That's happening so often that people get these things after emotional hardships and then they think it's because of the emotional stuff, but it's actually just the adrenaline that was feeding the virus in your system. Or heavy metals. Epstein-Barr virus loves heavy metals. It loves to feed on them. It loves to poop them out, basically, releases neurotoxins, and these neurotoxins are so bad for you. They're so toxic. They inflame nerves. They can damage nerves. You get the chronic fatigue from that. You can get the tinnitus from this. Brain fog, because these neurotoxins also go into your brain and they diminish neurotransmitter chemicals there. They interfere with electrical impulses, so you feel like you know what you want to say, but you can't get the words out. You feel like slightly drunk. You have concentration issues, trouble focusing. Insomnia can be caused by Epstein-Barr virus. Let's go through some other conditions, symptoms, diseases that are caused by Epstein-Barr virus. I'm not going to mention all of them because it's going to be like 100 symptoms or even more, but just some main things, okay? Chronic fatigue, brain fog, tinnitus, eye floaters. We also have MS, multiple sclerosis, is also caused by Epstein-Barr virus. Cancer, most cancers are caused by a very aggressive variety of Epstein-Barr virus. We also have all thyroid conditions. 95, 96, 97% of thyroid conditions are caused by Epstein-Barr virus. Doesn't matter if it's Graves', Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, all caused by the Epstein-Barr virus. Chronic fatigue, I talked about that. Tiredness, listlessness, mood swings. Even mood swings is caused by Epstein-Barr virus. Can even lead to like things like chronic anger. Epstein-Barr virus can play a role in Crohn's disease. It is the virus that is behind eczema, psoriasis, and even rosacea, even though there can be other herpes viruses that cause that as well. Cysts, nodules, doesn't matter if it's in your brain or doesn't matter if it's in your thyroid, for example. So many symptoms and conditions. When you go to the reproductive system, it's causing prostate cancer, it's causing enlarged prostates. It is causing in women PCOS, endometriosis, even though there can be a bacterial side to it as well. Fibroids, there can also be a bacterial side to it. Mystery infertility, Epstein-Barr virus. You also have irregular periods, Epstein-Barr virus, even though the adrenals also play a role there. So there are so many symptoms. I could go on and on and on and on. Tingling and numbness, Epstein-Barr virus, mystery sensitivity to cold, for example, cold sensitivities, cold hands and feet, rheumatoid arthritis. Let's go to autoimmune condition. Rheumatoid arthritis, for example, Epstein-Barr virus. I talked about Hashimoto's, I talked about eczema, psoriasis, all of these autoimmune conditions, all caused by Epstein-Barr virus. Now here's the thing, is everything caused by EBV? No. Is a lot of things caused by Epstein-Barr virus? Yes. And then you think, how can one virus only one virus can cause so many things? It's not one virus, there are over 60 varieties of it. And it's mutating over and over and over again. And it is like a bioweapon that is causing these problems in your body. It can even cause nerve pain, even though nerve pain can be more shingles. But EBV is literally so bad and it's causing so many issues. And what I'm doing is I'm helping people every day with their chronic fatigue, with their Epstein-Barr virus, especially with the symptoms. I'm supporting their health. And I'm trying to get them better, get them their energy back, get their skin better, especially. That's also something. I'm helping people getting rid of the Epstein-Barr virus. I did that with hundreds of people now. And it is just life-changing if you really start to get rid of the EBV. It is completely changing your life. If you actually know how to do it, if you actually do it, if you put in the work, if you do what I say, then you actually, you can live a different life. You can get your old life back. You can even be better than before you got your chronic health issues. But Epstein-Barr virus, and maybe you have like multiple symptoms that I just mentioned. Epstein-Barr virus is causing so many problems, and most people have more than one symptom from it. So for example, I had the brain fog, the chronic fatigue, the neurological fatigue. I wasn't like bedbound or anything, but I had pretty severe fatigue, and I had tinnitus, and I have eye floaters. The eye floaters are better. I still have them because that takes a long time. And eye floaters is not easy to get rid of, but it's also possible. But tinnitus is even more stubborn. So if you have tinnitus, you have Epstein-Barr virus. So that is really what's going on in your body. And the reason why they can't test for it is because the virus is not in your blood. They can only do blood tests. And they don't care about better diagnostics. They don't care about a test that could detect Epstein-Barr virus in your liver or in your spleen, on your reproductive system. They just can't find it. If they would find it, they would figure out that, oh my God, we've been telling people for, how many years is it now? 70 years, 60 years, that an autoimmune theory means that your body's attacking you. What would happen if they would figure out, oh, actually, sorry guys, it was Epstein-Barr virus. It was Epstein-Barr virus that's causing all of your problems. We were just telling you for almost a century that your body's attacking you. That was not right. We just gave you medication to lower your immune system, give you immunosuppressants. That was fault. That was not a good thing, because actually the immune system is the very thing you need the most. That's what's going to happen in the next, maybe this century, I don't know. But if you look back at science 100 years ago from now, or late 1800s, let's say late 1800s, or even like 1950s, they were spraying DDT everywhere. They thought it was healthy. Nobody saw a problem with that. Doctors used to recommend cigarettes. Everybody thought that was not a problem. Late 1800s, they were using mercury as a treatment to cleanse your gut. There was mercury in teething powder. They thought it was healthy. So if you think that science and the medical establishment is so advanced, and with all the AI and everything, it's so good, and we're so, longevity, we're all getting older because of the technology. No, we're getting sicker, and the lifespan is actually shortening. Infertility is rising. It's everything, it's basically the opposite of what everybody tells you the whole time. And the Epstein-Barr virus is one of the main things. So if they would actually figure out that this would be a problem, they would need to admit that, oh my God, we did a mistake there, which is what they always do. They always fool people. It has never been not like this. You're always getting fooled by the medical establishment. You're always getting fooled. Every 20, 30 years, they were like, oh no, that's actually not like this. We figured something out new. We figured something new out. And then 20, 30 years later, that was wrong again. There's something new now. This is now the holy grail of science. But people are staying sick. That's the most important thing. But if you want to know how to get rid of your Epstein-Barr virus, especially if you're a professional business owner, somebody with a successful career, and you still can, you might be able to work, you might be able to drag yourself through the day, but you can still perform somehow, or you want to have more performance, or you can't work at all anymore. I had all of these kind of clients, people that need more performance, more brain power, people that are very sick, but they can still somehow work, or people that are so sick that can't even work anymore, and now they're working again. So if you need help with that, there is a link in the description. And the link in the description is to my website, www.theobergmann.com, and there you can book a free discovery call with my team. So we will call you for 20 to 30 minutes to figure out if and how I can help you. And if we see, okay, this is something Theo can help with, this is something we can work on, then we would move on to a strategy call. And in that strategy call is like 60 to 90 minutes on a Zoom, on a one-on-one with me. And there we would figure out actually what's the root cause of your problems. Is it EBV or is it something else? How do we actually get rid of it? We would map out a plan for you. I would map out a plan for you to show you what you actually need to do in order to get better. And the free strategy call is what a lot of people appreciate and what they love. Actually, they get out of that session and they're like, oh my God, I learned so many new things. I know what I can do right now. So I would highly recommend you doing that, because if you don't take care of Epstein-Barr virus, it is one of the most important things of our lifetime now, to take care of that virus and to get better with this. It is so important. As I said, it can get your life back, because you can actually get relief from the symptoms that the Epstein-Barr virus is causing. So book the link in the description under that video, and go to my website, www.theobergmann.com, and there you can book your free discovery call. And I'm looking forward to talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.